Hey guys, Savannah Bell here with My Massage World, and today's video is all about how we as professional massage therapists should handle the dreaded jokes and requests concerning what's often referred to as a happy ending. So let's just get it out there. This crap is going to happen. If you've been in practice for a long time and you've never once had anyone make reference to this, either seriously or in some pathetic attempt at humor, count yourself very, very lucky, because unfortunately that is rare in this profession. Now, how you handle any of this stuff is going to depend on you and your personality in the exact situation. So none of this is 100% how you have to handle things, but this will hopefully give you a good starting point to figure out what you're comfortable with, and although hopefully you'll never have to worry about it, you'll at least have this stuff in mind to reference should the need arise. But before we get into how to handle it, we have to separate out the ignorant person trying to joke about it and the sincere requests for more than massage. First, the ones trying to joke or who are just showing their complete lack of knowledge concerning the profession. This can come from a total stranger that you meet who finds out that you're a massage therapist, or even close friends and family. I actually went to massage school with a woman who had to convince her grandmother that she was not, in fact, going to school to become a prostitute. Go figure. Don't think they have schools for that, but could be wrong. Anyway, many of these jokes and statements and things are made from a place of ignorance, period. They sincerely do not even understand that massage is a legitimate profession with training and licensing and regulations and all that good fun stuff, such as my friend's grandmother. Their only perception of massage has ever been to correlate it to the sex industry. It sucks, but it's a historical fact that even though massage therapy dates back thousands of years, when authorities started cracking down on prostitution, many took up the front of massage businesses in order to hide what they were really doing. So in the media and in not so great parts of towns all over the world, prostitution has long been hidden behind the doors of massage parlors. That's just the world we live in. It sucks, but it's the world we live in. And many of these people have no other reference of the industry other than this ridiculous portrayal on TV and movies and whatever. I mean, really, how many times is massage therapy in the news when it's not a massage business front being shut down for prostitution? Not often. So remember, many of these statements and jokes come from a place of ignorance. Now, does that mean that we tolerate it and just ignore that kind of stuff? Absolutely not. Call it out for what it is. It's ignorance. And if they're not ignorant about it and they're knowingly stupid enough to think that it's funny, call them out on it. Educate them. How do you do that? You keep it professional. You keep it short, and you watch your temper. Do not let your emotions get a hold of you, okay? My go-to response personally is usually something like, do you ask your doctor or your child's teacher if they're a prostitute? And usually that's met with a look like I just sprouted another head like a crazy person, to which I respond, well, you just asked me if I'm a hooker, so that's a no. I then refer them to the not-so-great part of our town, where they can find one of those women on a street corner and follow that up with a quick lesson on human trafficking. But that's just me, okay? Now, if you have someone on the table who makes a serious request for more than massage, that is a totally different story. If they try to sneak it in by joking, I'd go with the aforementioned response. But if they just straight up ask for a happy ending or start some inappropriate behavior, like grabbing themselves or something like that, the temper, for me, gets a little bit less controlled. They don't deserve professionalism at that point, in my opinion. Okay, that's the time to take your hands off of them completely, make it very clear that they need to leave. Now, while I'm the type to say just throw their clothes in their face and be extremely firm that they need to stop that very second, get dressed, and get the hell out of my office while screaming about the horrors of human trafficking and sex slavery, I also understand that some therapists are not of that personality type. And some therapists very well might freeze or otherwise not know exactly how to handle it in a way that is comfortable, okay? At the very, very least, stop the massage and walk out, even if you don't say a word. They'll get the hint and leave. But I do ask that you at least try to be firm and say something about it. The firmer you can be, the more serious they know you are, and the more you solidify that you won't ever put up with that nonsense, making sure that they will never come back. And word will spread that men, and women for that matter, shouldn't even try. So let me tell you a little bit of a story here. Way back when I was in massage school, I had a client in clinic who worked at a moving company that was right next door to the school. Saw this guy on an almost daily basis. So he comes in, gets his massage, never says or does anything suspicious or out of the way to me. Finish the massage, tell him to get dressed, blah, blah, blah. And I wait. And I wait. And I wait. Finally, he emerges from the curtain, and I check him out, tell him to have a great day. Everything seems fine. Till I go back in to change the linens on the table. So yeah. Let's just keep this PG and say he left something on the linens, and not an accidental something. So I went to my instructor, who told me to just deal with it and not say anything. That didn't work for me. I'm not that person. So instead, I did a very not so professional thing. I got the linens off the table, and I proceeded to walk them next door and throw them down in front of him and his boss and told him, "These are yours now." And I walked back to clinic. Needless to say, he no longer worked there the next day, either fired or quit from embarrassment. Not sure, but don't really care either way. It made it very clear that it wasn't tolerated, no matter what. Okay, so I tell you this because every situation is different and every therapist is different. And regardless of what anyone tries to tell you you should do in any situation, you don't know what you're going to do until you're in that situation. I just hope that this gives you some insight and gets your own wheels turning on what to do if you're ever faced with these kinds of things. If you've had to deal with these kinds of creeps, how did you handle it? Let us know in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to join our Facebook group for more insights into how to navigate this crazy profession as a business owner. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. As always, you can check us out at mymassageworld.com, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and stay tuned for more videos.